Hey up everybody. Well, it's time to have a look at this rat's nest. So I'm on to pump body now, the casting with all the holes in. There's 30 plus holes to do in one form or another. So I'll bring you over to workbench or over to Miller or over to Marford, wherever I'm going to be, and we'll continue with this. I've got this bottom face skimmed up, took the minimum off. It does give you a measurement for that, inch and 11/16. I'm a fraction under that, but you know, there's nothing I can do about that. But this, it's irrelevant really, because this side's in fresh air, it doesn't matter. What's important is the hole in relationship to all the portholes. So it wants a bit of thought putting into this, because the casting's all over the place, nothing's square. I've got 3/16 of an inch to play with, or 5mm if you're metric, on the faces, so that's a couple of mil each side, isn't it? I've just got to determine where I'm going to put this hole in relationship to this face. So I don't want to be offset one way or the other way, because it's going to affect the dimensions and depths of these portholes and restrictor holes and valve seats, etc. So wants a little bit of thought putting into it, but we'll reconvene when I've got these faces skimmed up. Okay, then I've took a 1/16 off each side, and that's just cleaned it up. It needs to come down to 1.5 inches. Anyway, it's 40 thou oversize. So what I don't want to be doing is taking it all off one side, because it's going to make the holes uneven on these bosses. So I'm going to keep these bosses even. That one's slightly touching on that, look. So maybe I'll take 30 thou off this side and 10 thou off that side. With a bit of jiggery pokery, I've managed to get this casting nice and square now and down to size. 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's within a couple of thou. So what I've got to do now then, now I've got this squared up, so this 1 11/16 dimension across here, I'm actually a 30 short on that, or in metric money that would be just under 1mm. That's irrelevant though, because this side of casting's not doing anything at all. Just same as that side, ain't on that. So once I've got that centre line marked off, I can take it into lathe and bore this 1/2 inch hole out for this piston to fit in. and then I've got to get all these holes drilled on for covers round it, and then we'll move on to ports. The actual facing up of these bosses, I'm going to leave that until I actually drill the holes, then I'll spot face them. Right, first job then is I'm going to go over into the lathe, put the forge chuck in and get this bore drilled and reamed out, or drilled and bored out, whichever, to 1/2 inch diameter. Come on then, let's have a little bit of an update here. So I've got all the cover holes drilled and tapped 8VA, both sides. So I'm going to make a start at doing the valve seat holes, then I'll move on to the water union holes, and then the restrictor holes, and then the connecting holes for the water passages, etc. So first of all then I'm going to do this from the centre line, equidistance 11/16, and what I've got to do then, I've got to come straight through here like I did on the template, straight through with the 3/16 drill and reamer, Then while I've got this side set up, I'm going to come through with a 21/64 diameter drill, flat bottom, 7/16 deep, and then once that's done on both sides, I've then got to tap it 3/8 by 32 teeth per inch, but only 5/16 deep. And once that's done, I've got to turn it over, coming from this way. So I've already got my 3/16 hole through, so I'll be coming in 21/64 diameter, 13/16 deep. Then I've got to tap it, well, drill and tap it 3/8 by 32, but I've only got to tap it 5/8 deep. So that's these holes here coming straight through to both sides. We'll discuss all other holes as and when I get to them. Well, that's all the holes done for the actual butterfly valves. So there's two on one side deeper than the other two on the other side, because on this side the butterfly valve drops in and uses the casting as a seat with its restrictor on the top, and then on this side the actual butterfly valve fits into the valve seat, the separate valve seat, and then drops into this deeper side that way, like that. So yeah, I've managed to get all those done. I've done the steam pockets, so I'll just put this magnifier under and see if you can see it a bit better. So that's the shallow side and that's the deeper side. So I think I'm going to call it a day for this one and have a break, and then next time I'll move on to the inlet port and outlet port. Then there's the connecting holes to do for the passages at various angles, and some's got to come in this way to meet up. Then there's the restrictor holes to do, etc, etc. So I think I'll do them in next video. So yeah, if you found that useful, interesting, etc, etc, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, I'd appreciate that, and I'll catch you next time then. Thanks for watching, bye for now.